0 to 1. This is what we are going to discuss today. So, I was reading this book, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. He is one of the initial investors of Facebook. He had invested in a lot of startups like LinkedIn, and he was the CEO of PayPal and a lot of companies. So he has also invested in SpaceX initially, and so he writes how different it is from starting from 0 to 1, because it is very easy to continue from something that people have already been doing, like 1 to n, where people can just create a success formula and then follow the success formula. But when an idea comes first and then giving the first step and completing it is the most difficult thing. And I could really feel how difficult it is for us as a beginner. I also feel the same, because I get a lot of ideas and thoughts, and then slowly the enthusiasm comes down, because I keep thinking how to do this, that. Will it be good or bad, or perfection or not? Perfection is the enemy of completion, I tell you. But when you really want to start, right, you need to take this step, the 0 to 1. But for that you need a lot of pushing, right? That mindset, that you live up to that expectation, right? Live up to that goal. So here comes, I want to thank Adi, who's a fellow entrepreneur coach, who has written a wonderful article. It was a totally new concept I learned, and I felt like really awesome. I wanted to share this small story of the marathon monks. So these people are from the Mount Hihai, which is in the central Japan, little bit away from Kyoto city. So where these monks do a practice called Keihogyo. So this practice is called the circling of the mountain. Right? Even in our country, we have some religious, practice going around the hill, but the actual spiritual, intent is quite different. Very similar to what I'm going to tell you about the transformation here. So these monks do marathon in the journey of enlightenment. So it is a 7 years process where they will do 30 kilometers of marathon for 100 days first year. All they can do is to quit by the end of the first year, otherwise there is no quitting allowed after that. So then they do continuously like this for next 3 years, 30 kilometers, which is 18 miles for next 2 years, which is end of 3 years they would have done this much. And then from the fourth year it gets really hard, because the number of days is doubles. So 30 kilometers for 200 days. And during this journey, it's mostly around the hill in the night time. It's a very dense forest in the hill, and then they would all hardly have a small lamp in their hand, and some little bit of rice and little bit of noodles. That's all they have, and water. So they carry that and continue their walks, and they hardly will have 2 hours of sleep if it is in the night. If in the day, then they won't even have that. So the challenge gets very hard in the last 2 years, where it is 60 kilometers for 100 days and 85 kilometers in the seventh year. So you can imagine how hard and enduring this journey would be. But the last 400 years, only 46 monks have completed this journey and have become enlightenment. So similarly, we all keep a lot of goals and desires and expectations that we think it's die hard, right? That's what we call it. It's my heart and soul. I have to do it come what may. But most often we, take excuses, right? And then tell like, oh, I couldn't do this because of these things have come. That's priority, this, that. I tell you, at least you should have that commitment. If I don't do this by this time, I will take up a small, I'm not saying it's punishment, it's doing an extra thing, right? Committing. For example, I wanted to finish this today, this video by 6 p.m. and I'm failing to do that. I'll take 20 push ups, right? Or at least I'll go for a half an hour walk, right? Because that will keep me on the goal. Because if I don't have that die hard, do or die commitment, I'm not going to be doing it. So start your 0 to 1 today, right now. See you soon. Bye.